Hi from Michigan. Sitting in my house during this whole COVID-19 thing. I apologize for the low production value here. It was just on my iPad, and this is the only room in my house that's sort of mine, which is the furnace room. So a little bit noisy in here, but a lot of people have been doing puzzles. This song by Pearl Jam, trying to figure it out, has sort of been my puzzle, Chinese. And I wanted to give a shout out to Ryan Lent for being the first on YouTube to, or at least that I saw, to attempt to figure the song out. And when I first heard it, first heard the song, I just could not figure it out. My brain couldn't process how to make all those chords or all those notes at the same time. And then his video sort of inspired me to go back and take a closer look. I've dissected this for weeks, going on YouTube and just playing it at half speed, trying to pick one note out at a time and combine it. And so my ear and what I hear is a little bit different than what Ryan has on there. Most of the chords are the same, just some of the shapes are different. I'm convinced that there's some kind of alternate tuning here, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. So I'm just going to kind of show you the things that I hear a little bit different than Ryan has. So first of all, the whole thing is like up a half a step, and that could just be that they sped it up after they had it recorded, and I think a lot of the songs on 10 are sort of like that. Or, like I said, maybe it is an alternate tuning. I don't know. I'm just going to play it in A because that's sort of the easiest way to do it. So that first chord that I don't hear that major third. I don't hear that in that chord. So it sounds to me just like a power chord with the fifth on top. So it's like a 1 5 1 5. So, and then the next chord I hear is sort of a C, but I play it down here with that. I don't even know what that is. Does that make it a 9? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just an average Joe. I'm not a musician. So, and I'm not sure if that one's right either, because I'm not sure that I hear that open G ring like that. Another thing on Ryan's video, he mentioned that it's sort of misleading because you hear the bass underneath, but I'm convinced there's another guitar that's doing that also. If you slow it down, you can actually hear those lower guitar notes, not bass notes, playing something like that. So it's like if you tried to play it all together as one guitar, it'd be like. That's the other thing that I hear is there's a little slide the second time through that when it's repeated. And I know taking that just a C chord and sliding it up into a D, Stones used that in several songs. I think he used that in Footsteps. He also used it in Breath, So it's a chord that he's known for, and that's part of this, is trying to figure out, well, what chords do they normally use. So I do that, and it only does it one time, so. So they run through that. And then the other thing in that, when you first go to that C into an E, I think it's a little bit more distorted there. So he mentioned he does hear that C in there, but I'm playing it like this. It's almost like if you took a C major, but then you took your pinky and did the B and the E strings with the lower, like that. And then this is an E, kind of like a D form. You put it up to an E, but then you bar the first, or the 2 frets at the A and the D string. So it ends up sounding like this. And you can also play that low E. So I go from that C. And then I hear sort of a G into a D. And then that next, sort of the end of that chorus is really super tricky. So, because I hear the lower notes go. Something like that. And it slides, it's almost like you're playing an A, but there's a chord there that I can't figure out. So I don't know if it's like they start with a C. And then into an A minor, and slide that up 2 frets, and then a B, and then I play that sort of E. So I don't know. And I know when they play the that sort of with the haunting Vedder vocals over the top of it, I think they're just playing an E minor shape, and then with that on the B string at the 3rd fret. But then when they kind of walk it down, it's like you're playing the A string, so you play a B there, A, E, B, B, A, E. Something like that. So I don't know. Those are the differences that I hear. But like I said, I'm convinced that there's some kind of alternate tuning or 2 guitars that play so close. There's also an acoustic guitar on it too that sort of layers things, but super confusing. So if someone else knows how to figure this out for sure, I'd love to hear it, because this song drives me insane. I'd love to figure out how to actually play this correctly. So if this makes it to Pearl Jam, let us know. Give us a hint.